Hello YouTubers! Today I'm going to be changing out my shower faucet. I've already pulled off the shower head and the extension off of it, and I pulled out a couple of screws, and so I'm going to be pulling out the other two. I'll be replacing it with another single handle faucet. So hang on and we'll get her done for you. Now I took the water off and I'm replacing it with a Dura faucet. I picked this up right off of Amazon. It's an RV shower faucet, single lever, and it's a DF-SA150-CP, which is chrome. Probably could have gone with the brush, but I'm going to stick with the chrome. It looks all right. And so then also to remove it, remove the screws, I'm using my bit holder, and I've got an S2 square drive bit. That's typical what you have to use in most of your fasteners in your RVs. Now, like I said, I've already removed the shower head and the hose, and I've also removed 3 of the screws, and I'll just take out the last screw. I've got them all placed up here in the top that are easy for me to get to. After removing the screws, there's been some putty on each of the 4 corners here, and I've removed those. And because it's all malleable, and I can remold them and put them back on to seal it for water. And also I've got some silicone sealant I'm going to wrap around there as well. So now these just unhook, which I've already got loosened up anyway. And it just pops off like so. Now I've already loosened up the nuts on the back of the faucets with some channel locks. But I'll go ahead and I'll pull that off and put the new one on. Now with the faucet, you get the 2 mounting nuts with a couple of mounting washers. You also get supply line nuts as well as the washers for those as well. Now I've already test fitted, and I'm not having any leaking out of the supply lines. It was actually the faucet that was doing all the leaking. It wouldn't shut off. So rather than try to tear it apart and end up having to buy a new faucet anyway to replace the washer in there, it's just as cheap and it'll look just as well to just go with another all new better washer or faucet. Now to install the washers or the faucet, I just slipped it on through the holes, and then this is a hand twist nut. I'll go ahead and I'll tighten that on just with my fingers. It doesn't take a lot of torque, just hand tighten them real good, and that way it's nice and secure. And so the next thing we're going to do is I've got the putty, and I'm going to put it on the screw holes here before I attach it to the washers. Okay, I just had the water turned on and checked, and I don't have any leaks by these fittings. These are just compression fittings, so it doesn't take a wrench, just hand tighten them. And you don't need any silicone or grommets or washers, so it's all tight and ready to go. Now I've placed a little putty over each one of the holes. Just made it up into a ball, divided it up into 4 pieces, and just put them over each one of the screw holes. Then I ran silicone around the sides and the tops so any water won't seep in. That keeps it nice and dry from behind. Now I put in the bottom 2 and the top left, and I'm just going to tighten down the last screw. Just giving it just a nice little snug head and tighten. It doesn't have to be too tight, otherwise you could possibly break the plastic. Just enough to squeeze in that silicone and give it a nice tight seal. Now I've reinstalled the shower head, and so I had to put the handle, actually this is the way it shows it in the handle, is that the shower head is mounted on the top. So I think we'll be able to live with that. That'll kind of straighten out a little bit as more hot water goes through it. Now let's give it a shot. Marilyn's gone out to turn on the water. And we have water. All right. That's good. That's fine. Leave it on. Sorry about the screaming. But now that seems to be holding pretty good. Dry it off, make it look pretty again. The nice thing about this is that when you turn it on, you can control that hot water better. So you're not fiddling around with the knobs trying to get the right mix. You can have it set just about the way you like it, and then you don't have to readjust it. So it looks like we have a success. What was happening is when we shut it off, water would continue to run off the top of the nozzle. That is not doing so anymore. We were shutting it off at the top as well to keep it from dripping, but now when the water shut off, no matter what, it is totally dry. YouTubers, I want to give you a little bonus along with this video since it's all plumbing related. Of course, with RVs, you're always susceptible to leaks, whether it's a split pipe or a cracked fitting. One of the things I find most useful, and this is not only in my home but also in the RV, is that I always keep some PEX tubing along. I've got a couple of 4-foot pieces of 1/2 inch, and then of the 3/4 I've got a few more pieces. I have another piece of that. Now I got these just cut short just to show you how easy it is to do a repair. Simply, all you have to do if you find a leak, you just simply cut it, and then see if I can do this one-handed. Hold on just for a second here. There we go. These pieces will slide in and out. It's a little bit difficult to do it one-handed, but to put them in, you just put it and press it all the way in. There's a little ring here at the end. To pull it out, you just compress the ring and it'll pull right out. And so you can reuse these fittings. Now it's a little bit more difficult because the smaller size, the 1/2 inch size, is stuck in there pretty hard right now, and it'd probably take an open end wrench to remove it, but it still works just the same. And now this is a T, which is a combination 1/2 and 3/4. I also have on this end, and this is just a 1/2 inch to 1/2 inch. So if you want to join two lines together, one of the things that you might be able to do, you get a little small hole in it, cut it right where the hole's at, maybe cut a little bit before and a little bit after. Take one of these pieces, you know, your union, push it on both sides, and your repair is fixed. So just a little added bonus for you. Now these can be picked up in any home improvement store, Lowe's, Home Depot, Menards, they all have them. Menards or Home Depot, I think they call them Sharkbites, but they're just quick fasteners or PEX fasteners. You can get them in copper. They also have them in like a poly or nylon material. So those are a little less expensive, just as easy to use, and so it's just a matter of preference. These will also work, these fasteners, you can use those, or these unions, you can use those on copper, on PEX, and on PVC and CPVC. I've used them on all, and it's great for making connections. So once again, just an added little bonus. I hope this little upgrade and repair helped you. And if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And most of all, thanks for watching.